No, did I do that? Hold on. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going, Wasi? Yeah, yeah. How's it going, Tehran? Yeah, I'm live, man. I'm live. That's true. Diana, I'm doing good, thank you. So I've developed the ability to at least telepathically communicate with any living being via druidry. Well, this morning a literal Wendigo was outside my house. It was just playing with my dog. Okay, dope. Yeah, as usual, I'm here to answer questions. Okay, uh, I found a spot in my schedule, and I figured people could benefit from that. So, shoot, whatever you want to know, whatever you want to ask in relation to witchcraft or any other topic, really. Is spell work enhanced if you leave out food for entities? Hmm. Spell work and well, what you're asking me right now is will giving offerings to a spirit help with the manifestation of the goal? Yes, generally speaking, yes. Could be food, could be other offerings. So yeah, probably, probably. And there's more to that, but yeah. How do you enhance telepathic abilities? Oh, Samantha. No, no way. Who's on here? Okay. Well, um, how do you enhance telepathic abilities? It's quite simple, actually. Okay. But I got to go into something else here, which is visualization. Okay. Because visualization, when it's done correctly, entails that you get in touch with the energy that is inside of you. Okay. And then you feel that you're actually bigger than your physical body. Okay. There's this energy field around you, and with this energy field, you create or hold on to the intention of what it is that you want to experience. Okay, this is how you visualize, and by visualizing, you're actually planting seed for the future that you're going to create. Right? Law of Attraction 101. You become what it is that you want to attract in the outside world. Right? Makes sense. Now, there's a lot more to the thought process than just the mental chatter. Okay, it's actually uh, just a fraction of it. Okay, what is really going on within you and everybody else is emotions, intentions, you know, words, you know, parts of a sentence, all of that mixed together, right? So as you come in contact with the energy field of somebody else and you have a clear connection with what's going on in your own energy field, you're going to just receive what's going on in their mind. It's very simple. It's not hard. You just have to be open. You have to be a clean vessel. How do you become a clean vessel? You do chakra work, meditate. You when you get to a point where you can just be in your own energy and let that flow through you. This is when you're gonna hear spirits. This is where you're gonna be able to perceive them. This is when you're gonna be able to communicate telepathically. Because telepathy is that, you know. It's when when you can communicate with spirits, when you can hear them, see them, you can also communicate telepathically because it's the same ability. It's letting energy flow through you and allowing that to create an internal image, imagery, scenery, and words, you know. So open yourself up, release energy blocks, meditate. That's it. Magic is causing me a lot of stress in my relationship with my husband. Not sure what to do about that. Put a spell on him. Put a spell on him. Well, you got to elaborate. You got to go into detail. What kind of problems? Is he like freaked out by your Baphomet statue? Just tell him that's your kinky side. Okay, try to make him appreciate it in some way or another. Okay. Well, put a spell on him or get a different man. How about that? Well, maybe that's not that easy. I get it. You're married, and probably assets connected to that. But I need more details. What else? I mean, I'm not going to be able to give you a good answer here. What do you think the difference is in viewing your mind's eye and viewing it outside your mind? Well, viewing even things that are outside of you, even things that are remotely away, even things on the astral plane, the mental plane, whatnot, have to be, as long as you are alive, still be translated into your mind's eye. So I don't really think there is a difference. You know, does that make sense? So I actually, like right before I came here live, I let my mind go wherever it went. Okay, and when I hold on to that intention, I always meet some entity or somebody that I need to talk to right now. Okay, and it was in a female spirit in the orbit. Sounds freaky, I know. It sounds weird, but it's that's actually what happened. Okay, and see, your even if your energy field is transferred there, so to speak, your senses or your nervous system still responds to it. You see what I mean? Have you ever imagined something and your system responded to it? Okay. Have you ever heard of 10 spiders walking, crawling on your leg? Okay, and they're crawling up on your leg right now. They're they're reaching your back, and I mean, you can't reach your back right now with your hands, okay? So all of those spiders are walking up your spine. You see what I mean? Even just a little bit, your nervous system responded to words. You see what I mean? And what caused that was your imagination, okay? The words were triggering your imagination, and the imagination triggered a response in your physical body, okay? So even if your energy field, or rather your awareness, goes somewhere else, through the medium of your own imagination, your body can experience it as completely real, okay? That's why you will actually get cold, even if you, that's why your body will get cold when you astral travel to, let's say, the moon or a different planet, because it's cold up there and it's picking that up. And those vibrations are being transferred into your to your nervous system. You see? So what I'm getting from your question is that you want to maybe verify, okay, verify your experiences, practice, okay, and practice with targets that you can verify later on. Okay, what is your what car is outside of your house right now? Okay, if there are frequently different cars, what is your neighbor doing? You know, things that you can actually verify, and that's how you will eventually have the certainty to know what is actually coming from that place, or it's actually just coming out of your own head. Okay. Although lately I feel the energy from my spells almost stop and crumble. This has happened. When, this has been happening for a while now. I've spent some time away from spell work and whatnot, but it's no use. It's advice on that. Although lately I feel the energy from my spells almost stop and crumble. You need to push through that, okay? That's a similar problem that people face when they, and everybody faces that, by the way, including me, where let's say you get into the spell and you visualize the outcome. Okay. Now, what you have to understand is that we're using the mind. Okay, we're using the mind, and one of the purposes, or the purposes, but one of the um, tasks of the mind is to simulate outcomes. You see, and when you first think of something, have you ever noticed when you first think of something, your mind has a tendency to imagine the worst case scenario. Okay, because it has to for survival purposes, right? It makes a lot more sense to expect the lion behind the corner, because that's less costly than getting eaten by it and not having expected it. You see what I mean? So how do you overcome that tendency? Because that's a problem when you're casting a spell and you're beginning to visualize the outcome, but your mind goes into all kinds of weird places where it is giving you scenarios that are not desirable. You just stay with it, because the reason why you're imagining these worst case scenarios is uncertainty. Okay, the more time you give your mind to work on it, the more beneficial the outcome will be. You see what I mean? So just stay in stay in the visualization, stay in the ritual until you got uh, the desirable vision in all details. Okay, your subconscious is a pussy, a really like afraid of everything. It's just what it is. Okay, and needs to, the main purpose is to keep you alive, to survive. You see what I mean? So you gotta, it has to keep you away from danger, and it's better if it is overly cautious than to just ignore danger. You see what I mean? So just stay in the visualization. Just stay in the visualization until it is until you can see it in all detail, and then the fear will also be gone, and then you're going to actually attract the beneficial outcome. So, what is the reason animals go wild when calling forth something, the chaos? No, their instincts kick in. Their instincts are kicking in. It's leaking into his life and causing him mental stress to see things. He can't handle it, it's opening his mind, and it's too much for him, I think. Okay. Yeah, some people aren't ready. Some people aren't comfortable with this. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with them? Most people are sheep anyways. I don't know if you noticed. Yeah. I guess you married a sheep, huh? Did you know that? Fuck. Yeah. I don't know, man. Well, look, I can't really give you advice on that because I never lived my life like that. You know, if somebody couldn't handle that, they were not part of my life. Okay, I had priorities. my priority was always my purpose. And so far it worked for me. Okay. And it's not going to change. There's nobody, no nothing, no circumstance, no woman, no partner that could get me off my purpose, you know. So I guess you just got to prioritize. If he is he more important, try to get him try to get him to accept that reality. If not, I don't know. It's about you. You see what I mean? It's about you. You have a relationship with with yourself first and foremost. You know. So I can't really advise you on that. All I'm saying is, what do you want? You know. Would you be able to do a spell to make me a beast at beatboxing? No, but I can shrink your dick. How about that? That's probably already too small. Okay. Evening. What's up? So it would depend on the perception that you are able to understand. Thank you. Okay. What's the best way to activate my third eye? I've been using tetraboron and meditating. Chakra work and meditation. Maybe you throw in some, like maybe pick up Tai Chi. It's gonna help you. It'll help you a lot. You know, you need to let energy flow through you. You gotta be able to let energy flow through you. Huh. So, what's up? What are your thoughts on black hole and its use for magic? On black holes, I don't know. I know what a black hole is. It's a star that's collapsed, or a super, yeah, a supermassive star, right? That needed to that has collapsed onto itself, and now it's so much mass in such a small space that it is basically it's twisting time space, right? And everything is pulled into it. Not even light can escape it. That's why it's a black hole. It's not emitting light. There's so much pull of gravity that not even light can escape it. So the escape velocity is faster than the speed of light, and that's some fucking that's a lot of mass, right? So how do you use that magically? I don't know. I don't happen to have a black hole in my temple, you know. So can't really comment on that. Hello. There's quite a bit of coverage on what makes a magician. However, what are some of the signs that would make someone inherently a sheep? What makes somebody a sheep? Man, what makes somebody a sheep? Let me tell you. Let me tell you how you recognize a sheep. Okay. People that tell me, and I get that almost every day in messages and this and that, like, Frank, why aren't you nicer? Okay. Frank, why? uh, I don't see you smile enough. You should smile more. Frank, why can't you be more cautious? Or Frank, why can't you be more polite and all of this shit? As if I'm sitting here as a fucking beggar. No. Look, what I care about is quality and efficiency. Okay. And you should too, actually. That's the only thing that you should care about. It's not about being nice. It's not about this and that. Okay. Yeah, you can be polite and you can be respectful and all of that. But listen, let's say you're dying of some sort of condition. Okay. Yeah. You just had a heart attack and you're being rushed to the ER. Okay. And the doctor in the ER, one of them is like extremely polite, very nice, you know, like, oh, how you doing? You want some chocolate? Nice to see you. Great that you're here, right? And the next one walks in, rock solid face, handles everything like a boss, and you survive. Which doctor do you want? But when the first one doesn't do shit, okay? He lets you die on this fucking bed. Which one do you want? You see what I mean? I'm doctor number two. I'm doctor number two, okay? I get shit done. And I don't really care about being polite. I don't really care about this and that. I care about getting results, okay? And any one of my clients, students, everybody can attest to the fact that I get results, okay? And that's all I care about. And if people can handle being blunt, okay, or can handle me being blunt and giving them the truth and giving them the truth without sugarcoating, they're not in the right spot. Okay, I've been telling these people for quite a fucking long time now. Okay, you want the truth, you want to make progress, you actually want to learn what makes this stuff work, and you want to take this and make your magic better. I'm your guy. If not, if you want to hear, like, if you want somebody to blow smoke up your ass, I was like, oh, thank you for sharing that. Oh yeah, great. You know, I mean, there are, that goes somewhere else. I mean, there are people that come up with the weirdest shit. You know, this morning I was woken up by a demon, and he forced me to lift up my finger and shove it up my ass. Am I possessed, Frank? You know, I'm gonna call idiots idiots. I'm gonna call crazy people crazy people. I'm gonna call sick psychopaths. Okay, they probably don't like me, and those are the, you know, Frank. Why can't you be nicer? Because I don't like your fucking ass, and I don't have to pretend that I do. Okay, so go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, and I say that with an open heart, and I feel great about it. Okay, go fuck yourself. You got a problem, please. I've I've been thinking about Tai Chi for 3 weeks now. Thanks. Yeah, go ahead, man. Can you do any spell work to remove fear? A spell is probably not a good idea for that. Here's what you should do. You should accept that you're afraid. Okay? Accept that you're afraid and stay in the situation, even if you're afraid of it. Okay? Exposure therapy. Step by step by step, your fear is gonna go down. Okay? Exposure therapy. Expose yourself to what you're afraid of. Your nervous system responds completely different if you voluntarily expose yourself to something that scares you. Okay, at that point you're no longer a victim, or you become at cause. You see, if you just wait for destiny to kick in, okay, if you act like a prey, that's horrible, man. That's stressful. You feel like in a cage in a fucking prison. You see what I mean? You don't want that. What you want is to be the predator. Okay, so you become cause. And how do you do that? You expose yourself willingly to small doses, okay, small dosages of this fear. You know, you're afraid of that or to evoke that demon to physical manifestation. Well, look at its sigil and open the sigil first, and see what its energy feels like. Okay, and then get out of the ritual and see that you actually survived. Oh my God, I'm still breathing. I'm not dead yet. Okay, then you do it a second time, and it's going to be less scary. Step by step by step. Exposure therapy. You know? And then you get the idea, right? I'm terrified of spiders and have tried multiple ways to overcome it. Is there any spell work that can help my case? No. Try hypnosis or something. Or exposure. See, any fear comes from uncertainty. Fear is uncertainty of the outcome. Okay? Any situation is more terrifying because you don't know what it actually will be like. You don't know all the variables. And any fear goes back to the fear of getting hurt or fear of death or any stuff like that. You know? So learn more about the animal, for instance. If you're afraid of spiders, just learn more about spiders. Okay? Fear is uncertainty and ignorance in a lot of ways. Okay? And if you remove those, the fear will usually also go away. Okay? I'd rather learn from a person like Frank than a person who holds your hand. Yeah, and it doesn't get you anywhere, right? Beginner question. Is there a benefit to working both hands if possible, and what does it mean to do that? Uh, I know I did a video on that, I think 2 years ago, on working with both hands, but uh, I did that because people would kind of like be able to how should I put it? People would respond to that. People in the occult, right? Right hand, left hand, and all of that. Oh, I'm left hand path. I'm right hand path, and this and that. Look, I want to get results. I don't really care about right hand path, left hand path. I don't care about demon, angel. I care about what I need at that point, at that specific point. In this specific point in my development, I need a specific energy. Okay. And that might be an angelic energy, that might be a nature spirit, that might be an elemental, that might be a demonic energy, whatever I need, you see. And is there a benefit to working with both hands? Uh, of course. I mean, I don't see, I really don't even get that question. And I don't blame you because you said it yourself, you're a beginner. It really doesn't matter, man. You got certain things that you want to manifest, you got certain results that you want to get, you got certain insights that you want, and sometimes an entity that is not connected to the left hand path could give you the answer. Besides that, a definition of the left hand path, or a definition that I uh, would buy, or a definition that I would give you, a definition of the left hand path is that you choose your own spiritual destiny. Okay. Now that automatically puts you outside of any religion. You see what I mean? Any organized spirituality, which is religion, is not yours at that point. Okay. You could use what is beneficial. You could learn uh, from different systems, but you're not that. You can't limit yourself. And left hand path, right hand path, yeah, they're nice definitions, but look, like anything else, like any systems, these are things that you use until you realize that they're all limiting. Okay, work your way through different systems. Even if you want, work yourself through different order systems. Okay, until you will realize that you are the source, and you can tap into any energy. And in the moment of the ritual, you are that energy. and you use that to create something. And as the God that you are, you then choose another energy because you're not limited to anything, okay? How could you put yourself below a demon or any system for that matter, or any path? The goal of occultism, or the goal of any esoteric art is to make you realize that you are one with the divine, okay? And the divine has no limitations. So it's up to you to then realize that limitless potential. You see? And everything else becomes a tool. Anything is just a tool. Any demonic energy is just a tool. Okay? You should see yourself at least up to par with any of those entities that you call. They're your friends, they're your mentors. Don't test Abaddon. Uh-huh. Now what the fuck should that what the fuck does that mean now? Like why the fuck are you saying this now? Let me tell you something about power, my friend. Let me tell you something about power. Real power? I'm not even going to go into this. Okay. You guys act as if this is a fucking, like, video game. Okay? You got these different characters. Oh, we got Thor, we got Abaddon, we got Azazel, we got Lucifer, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that. You see what I mean? Oh, yeah. Oh, this demon's got those superpowers, and he's playing this game with this. Look, do you think any of these entities have human egos and they can't be insulted by a human being? Like it's just it makes no sense. You see? So let's quit the bullshit, all right? And it's see it's kind of like these people that see the Christian God as some old guy with a beard sitting in the sky. You know what I mean? This is how most people think of demons. You know, it's not like that. They're just energies. They're energies. Now, that energy exists within you too, because you are a reflection of the cosmos. Okay, you're a reflection of the cosmos, microcosm, macrocosm, all the same thing. Abaddon exists within you, and you can awaken Abaddon within you. Okay, so don't mess with Abaddon. What does that even mean? Don't mess with your right toe. Yeah, if I treat my right toe wrong in the wrong way, of course it's gonna hurt me. Yeah, right. But if I approach my right toe with the right attitude, it's gonna serve me. You see? Stop externalizing any of those powers. They're inside of you. Okay? Any thoughts on, well, brother? How can you mingle the Luciferian philosophy with the Afro-Cuban practice of Palo Santeria, etc.? How two different systems of magic and religion can be balanced? Is there any diversification? Okay. Well, good question, because that's what I have to deal with on a daily basis. Yeah. In the moment of the ritual, I use that as it's supposed to be used. You know, like even the impungos. Okay, let's say that we speak of Palo Mayombe. Okay, the worldview or the cosmology consists of a different number. I mean, a certain number of impungos, which are basically different energies that make up the entire universe. Okay, and in Palo, you have a spirit of the dead that is the messenger between you, the Palero, and that God form. Okay, so when you got these pots, when you got all of them together, you have access to all of these energies. Okay, or impungos. And that's the cosmology. That's a cosmology. That's a description of the universe. The tree of life is another description of the universe. The Luciferian philosophy is another description of the universe. You know, so these are just different languages or different systems to speak of the same thing. You know, but I'm greater than all of that because I can use all of that. You see what I mean? So these energies exist within me too. Okay, so I don't need to limit myself to any of that. You see, I can use those systems, kind of like what I said before. Okay? I use these energies. I'm not these energies. I'm way more than that. I'm limitless. You see, if you're seeking a religion, if you're seeking a club, if you're seeking something to belong to, you're not on the right path. Okay, it's better to become a Mormon at that point, or a Satanist. You know, those are clubs. You know, oh, I belong to this group. Once again, sheep, fucking sheep. They need something that they can kind of like give the burden of their own existence. They're crushing under the weight of their own of the burden of their own existence, which is hard because you got to look for answers yourself. You got to find the answers yourself, man. This is hard. Constant evolution, constantly questioning things, constantly learning, pushing yourself, living a conscious spiritual life, man. That's fucking hard. Being a real occultist, being a real magician is hard. Nothing comes easy, and it's so much better to give the responsibility to some group, right? This is the book. This is the book says this. Fuck your book. Fuck that. What do I experience, and how can I use that? You see what I mean? But people look for books. People look for religions. People look for groups, so that they're protected from the responsibility. You see, sheep. Another definition of sheep. People that don't want to think for themselves, people that don't want to take responsibility. Which tarot deck do you recommend? Anyone? Indeed, Brother Aurelius. Then how to work with those different languages and energies without those different systems jeopardizing the magic works done by the other? Well, just don't work on the same ritual, on the ritual outcome. Perfectly said. It takes dedication and courage to do your own research and find answers from within. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you're welcome. Damn, you are the best of the best. I know that. I know that. But thanks, anyways. Thanks for appreciating that or recognizing that. Acknowledging that. Yeah. I could be a better salesperson, though. Let me tell you, I could be a better salesperson. If the fruit is offered to a spirit, can we eat it afterwards? No, wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. What can people do to find out what their path in life is? Yeah. Well, purpose, man. Purpose is a big deal, and it's that most people think they have to find like one sentence. You know, this is my purpose. No, it's usually It's not that easy to put into words oftentimes. Okay, so here's what you need to know: you have a compass within you. You have a compass within yourself, which is what makes you feel alive, what energizes you. That's in alignment with your purpose. Stuff that you hate is not in alignment with your purpose. Simple, all right? So here's what you should do: you just make a list of all your activities, and you create a hate list. Okay, this is what I hate, and then you turn it into the complete opposite. Okay, at that point you already have a direction. Okay, and then you do whatever you can to step by step move into the direction of the opposite of what you hate. You see? And when you do this for, let's say, 6 months, you'll be way closer to actually living your purpose. And at that point, it will become clearer. Okay? And if you consistently keep doing that, within 18 months, you'll be totally in your purpose and you'll know what your purpose is. And guess what's going to happen then? The universe is going to support you. Everything will seem to flow easily. Okay. Now, what do you do with the things that you hate? You automize them or outsource them. Okay, so somebody else does them. So all that you can do, and that's by the way, that's the best time management there is. The best time management there is. Just do the activities that are in alignment with your purpose. Everything else is a waste of time, anyways. Man, you're about to die. We're all about to die. Okay. When I say about to die, it might be 20 years from now, 30 years, 40 years. What? It doesn't matter. We're all about to die. You get that? Do you fucking get that? It's already over. You see? So there is nothing more important than to do what you're here to do, which is your purpose. Okay? So speaking of time management, or people talk about like, how do I organize my life? How do I do time management? How about you stop doing things that you hate, that have no value at all? You know? So automize or outsource the things that you hate and move towards your purpose. And when you consistently do that, very soon you'll only do, for the most part, because theory is one thing, practice is another, right? But you'll at least mostly do things that are aligned with your purpose. Right? Will you be saving this live stream? Yes. People definitely share this with your friends. They can really learn a lot. Hello, Frank. Is there some recommendation you have for getting rid of familiar curses? When you speak of familiar curses, are you speaking of family curses, generational curses? No problem. Yeah, just create a list of all the people in your family, and then open it up magically. Meaning you have to symbolize the energy field that connects all of your family, and then you do a cleansing on that energy field. Does that make sense? You need a symbolic representation of your family, which is maybe you got a symbol that symbolizes your family, or you could my family. Okay, the word, two words, my family. Create a sigil out of that, and then cleanse the sigil. Open it up magically, which is just creating a psychic link between the energy field of your family and your energy field. Okay, this is how you magically open up something, and then just cleanse the energy field of your family. How do you cleanse an energy field? Man, you could use something like incense and move the sigil through it. Okay, yeah, that would actually work. I'd like to think a sheep is anything that waits for its slaughter. The wolf resists. Hmm. Okay. How can we fine tune our internal compass? Is it through meditation, bro? What makes you feel alive? That should be a question. Like, let's say you have free time. What do you gravitate towards besides porn? I don't know what. Let's say. All right, I don't know. I don't know if you watch porn. I don't know. What I'm saying is, let's say you have free time, no pressure. What makes you feel good? You know, what you will naturally do to make you feel better, which is what you will do when you have free time and no pressure. You will gravitate towards things that make you feel better. What is it that you do? Okay, well, you're probably going to tell me I watch YouTube videos. Yeah, what info? What's the energy that you're tuning into? What's the frequency that you seek that makes you feel better? That makes you feel alive? Let's say you had a day off, nothing to do, and you just let yourself run on autopilot. What will you seek out? And then you know what it is that you gravitate towards. See? That makes you feel better, makes you feel alive. What energizes you, even though you do the activity, you gain energy from it than losing rather than losing energy. You see, and that automatically gets porn out of the equation because porn will make you lose energy. I think. Besides work, my child. Yeah. Well, I don't have a child, so I can't really. I have a niece, so yeah, I guess I can relate a little bit, but I guess it's still different if it's your child. But yeah, that's it's great to hear. Traveling different countries. Okay. Is the concept of familiars and spiritual companions a real and practical thing, or is that more video game illusionary nonsense? No, it's real. It's very real. Hey Frank, my energies feel up and down, and the results of my workings are mixed. I can build up a charge, but I feel my energies are often limited. Any advice? Um, Man, that's life. That's a universe. You know, you got tides. Well, generally speaking, yeah, you can increase the baseline, but you will never be at 100. Nobody's always at 100. How's that going to work? You know, you got cycles. It's a universe of rhythm, right? There's a rhythm. There's up and down, and anything and everything, right? The same with your energy levels. What I always recommend is detox. Okay, detox, get in shape, and eat healthy. That's it. I personally don't eat meat, but I don't think that this is a prerequisite. Okay. In fact, a lot of people that don't eat meat are very unhealthy because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know that they have to, like, certain nutrients need to be there. Okay, so detoxify yourself. What does it mean? Look, a lot of the energies and yeah, the energies flowing through you have a lot to do with the extracellular matrix. It's a fancy word, but it just means that the better your cells communicate and the cleaner you are, the cleaner your system, the better results you're going to get with communication with electromagnetic fields. Okay, which is what spirits are, or that's what they manifest as. Okay, electromagnetic fields. The cleaner you are, the cleaner your aura, the cleaner the connection with other electromagnetic fields, the higher your sensitivity, so to speak. So detox, eat healthy, get in shape to the extent that you can, and that's going to increase your energy level. But you're never going to be at 100. You're never going to always be at 100. That's impossible. Right? That's impossible. Pick up a hobby like Tai Chi. It's gonna strengthen your energy body. Or yoga. It's also good for your prana flow. Hey Frank, do you have any recommendations to get rid of weed addiction? I never had a weed addiction, so I don't really know, man. I don't really know. Maybe cold turkey. How about that? The last addiction I got rid of was sugar. I cut out all carbs out of my diet. Yeah, and hmm. I mean, just make your way through it. You know, best option, hypnosis. Okay. Do you recommend any supplements? Yeah, maybe look into nootropics. That's what I would do. Nootropics. Um, maybe increase your serotonin levels, your dopamine. I didn't get to experiment with melatonin yet for psychic abilities, but I might do that. I might do that. For weed addiction, is sigil magic might work if done right. Okay. Is there anything I can do to protect myself from everyone's energy? I always pick up on energy which is drained full at times. Um, no, man. No, I don't know. Protecting yourself from other people's energy. No, like aim to be like stronger, if that makes sense. Okay, because you're a container of water essentially. Okay, and let's say in the morning you attune yourself to a certain frequency, based on you're attracting that, right? Now you get in contact with some. Do you see the other bottle of water here? Okay. Now throughout the day you get in contact with somebody that's on a totally different frequency, very opposed to your frequency. Boom, you don't even have to talk to them. It's just energy interacting. Okay, that's going to have an effect on you, right? It's impossible to maintain your energy, frequency, state of mind, emotion, or emotional quality throughout the day. It's impossible because as soon as you interact with someone, you just have to see them. The dirty as minds, right? You just have to see them. They have to be in your proximity, and boom, it affects you. Now, my recommendation is you just experience that, and don't give it any extra thought. Okay, don't dwell on it. Shake it off and attune yourself back to the frequency that you want it to be on, or a different one that is desirable at that point. You know, and that's it. What does it feel like to be able to channel entities without this restriction? Well, each entity changes how you see things, how you process the world. You know, it's a different frequency. So, what does it feel like? I don't know, man. It depends on the entity that I channel. You know? I have this dude trolling me like crazy, telling me he wants to teach me Reiki. What's your thoughts on this Reiki? I'm a Reiki master. In fact, I'm a Reiki teacher, actually, which is one above Reiki. I like Reiki because it's uh, it's real, and it helps me with cleansing my energy faster. Let's say I did a curse or something. Any curse has an effect on you as well. Okay, so it helps me get back into 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 a better state faster. So I like it, you know, I like it, but I'm not really a good fit when it comes to the Reiki community if something like that exists, because they're like these light workers. You know, I don't think they would like me. So, I had a crazy nurse girlfriend do Reiki on me. She could push heat through her hands. Bro, that sounds like the perfect sexual fantasy here, right? Am I frozen? Sounds like the perfect sexual fantasy. A nurse that does hands-on healing, and she can push heat out of her hands, and she's like spiritual and all that. It sounds like the perfect sexual fantasy to me. Nice. Did she wear a nurse outfit when she did that? Okay, guys. My phone's actually about to die. I should. My phone's about to die, so I'm gonna wrap this up now. Okay, I hope you got something out of this. And Liz, you're on. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's rebellion, liberation, and mastery.